Welcome guys to another Dawn of War match, and today we're here for a Space Marine versus Space Marine again, and this time it's a fairly decent play on my part. I do make two massive misplays that almost cost me the game one time, but the second time it ended up being what I should have done the first time. So we've got the first Servitor out, the Space Marine Tactical Marine Squad. Heading out to the second point, and I've got the Servitor building the arsenal straight up, so that will allow us to get flamers and plasmas pretty much early game. He does send his Servitor in, and I drop my Tac Marine squad as soon as I have them, but I also drop my standard, which I should not have done because it's just a waste of it. It does end up giving me the extra shields, but it's just not enough to be worth it. He sends that squad in. He's attacking me with that squad, but it also means that he doesn't have his units down the bottom there for me to attack. And he will have a second squad out ready to go in a second, and that's when he drops them. Oh no, just there. So this is where, yeah, he went wrong here. He put the two squads in. Oh no, he must have put one in the what do you call it? The thing, the drop pod. That's the one. So he must have put one there, obviously, because they dropped down in that. And yeah, I lose my Servitor here in a second. I'm going to speed up. And yeah, I lose a Servitor, and I just don't have enough power behind them there to be able to take that out. So I end up having to pull them back, and I've got my other units down here taking out his Servitor before he can build the turret. And my units are coming down to be able to finish off the attack. For some reason, in a second, these guys don't end up shooting up the top there. I don't know why, but yeah, they don't end up doing any attacking there. So yeah, I end up having to move them around to the right spot, and then they end up attacking the right one. So they go down, and his turret goes down in a second as well, and I had my other units back up to try and capture this top point. Not sure if he would have it or not, but he ends up having it. Having a turret on it, so I have to pull them back out and head back to base with those guys to reinforce them. I then, as soon as I get back to base, I will have a second squad coming out ready to go. These guys are capping the point, and I should have a Servitor already on the, the Servitor's already on the bottom one ready to build that point, strategic point on top. Third squad coming out and ready to go. Deathwatch team are also ready, and I don't pull them out just yet, but they will be there in a minute ready to go to be useful. Just going to speed up for a second again. Okay, so they're reinforcing, and I do have the second team's out there as well now, and I'm pretty much ready to go up the top here. There's a little bit of AI problems in this game because I was hoping those units would go up the back bit, but they end up going through there instead, so it's a little bit annoying because I was hoping to get the full sneak attack. But I end up taking out the turret, and he does have units in this little bit here, but he doesn't bring them out just yet. So I've got my Deathwatch ready to go and land on them like so, and he just doesn't have, he doesn't have the right units there. He ends up sending his Deathwatch down as well and wasting them pretty much. And another thing he didn't do either, I don't think, is he didn't he didn't upgrade them straight away, because it's a free upgrade on those Deathwatch units. Either a flame or a machine rocket launcher. So yeah, he didn't end up upgrading them, which I would strongly recommend doing because it is a free upgrade. Drops the heavy devastators as well, but they're just not doing enough there to be able to do anything viable. End up taking out the turret and the other bits and pieces there, and I can pretty much just control that point without a problem. I do send, I believe in a second, my other my plasma tacs to reinforce. Yep, there they go. And I end up bringing up the other squad to join them in a second. I do also have a third squad there ready to go in the drop pod, and I'm going to put them down into the cover there just in case he tries to attack that point again. Then I've got something there. I think I also put the plasmas on them at that point as well. Healing up, ready to go. So at this point I'm pretty much ready to attack into his shields. He doesn't have anything there, I'm just reinforcing at the moment. Well, I was assuming he didn't have anything there because he wasn't doing anything out here. So yeah, I end up sending these guys in first. I send these Marines in first instead of the Deathwatch team because they do have that bomb that I would hopefully get off if he did have any assaults there, but he doesn't. So I end up sending them down. And because I can't attack that top one because he's got heavy Devastators there, I'm going to keep calling them heavy Devastators, I don't know why, they're just Devastators. But because he's got the Devastators on that top point, I can't attack into that, so I'm going to attack the bottom one instead. And I'll just scout out a little bit there just to make sure there's no shield on it, and there isn't, so I end up just going in and nom-nomming, pretty much. I do have Devastators heading out into the field and shielding, I'm hiding in cover ready to attack in case I need to. And yeah, this shield's just not having a good day. He does drop his Deathwatch team there again, but I semi-predict that something's coming, and I end up getting my units out in time before he can do any damage whatsoever on them. Nice yawn, Josh. So I've got Devastators coming out into different covers across the map, and they're just going to sit there looking pretty for now. I'm going to speed up again because there's not much happening. At this point, yeah, because he's got the units down the bottom there, I'm attacking the top shields again because he's not going to have anything there. He does end up using all of his units to attack into that bottom strategic point, which is fine with me because I've got 4 others, and I will be able to get it back fairly soon anyway. So I let him have it. I don't let him take it easily, and I put different requisition and power things on there just to keep pestering him for that short little few seconds. And I keep attacking the shields, and they go down. So at this point now, I'm also pretty much ready because I didn't lose anything there either. I'm pretty much ready to attack him again and also upgrade at the same time. I didn't anticipate that those Devastators would attack him from the high ground, because for whatever reason I thought that they would have stayed covered, but they didn't. So I ended up losing them, which is a bit disappointing and annoying, and I learned from that tactic fairly quickly by putting them on ceasefire later in this match so that they don't attack and I wait for the right time. I don't know why you put those Assault Marines there, but they ended up going down, and at this point I'm ready to attack that bottom shield generator again because he has 1 squad, and that's it, and they're on the wrong side anyway. Another thing, okay, I'm going to pause it here. This guy has 4 buildings already and no units. Why do you have 4 buildings already, friend? I understand that you're on tier 3 as well and you think that's going to help you win, but why? I don't understand that, and you don't have nearly enough resources either to be able to build any dreadnoughts of any kind. Why? I don't understand. So, if you are watching this, you probably aren't, I don't know, but if you are watching this, I would strongly recommend not teching up so quickly like that. And if you are, don't build so many buildings and try and have everything out on the field at once, because it's not going to win you the match. Heading back in, and yeah, see, I've just taken back my thing as well, because you had nothing there to defend it. I'm going to speed up again, and yeah, you can see I've got my Devastators up there again. I'm going to move them around. Oh, no, wrong button. Speeding up. I'm moving them around to try and position them in the right spot, and I've got a second squad there coming as well. And this time I do put them on ceasefire. Alright, so now that I've got all the units back reinforced again, I'm ready to attack into this again. And yeah, he does drop a few units, and he does drop a tac squad just in time. And he also drops his orbital bombardment, and I see that, and I get my units out in time. He does try to take out those kill team, or the kill team right there, but he doesn't even get a single unit with that, and they're all ready to go again. So many misplays by this guy. So yeah, I'm pushing in with everything there, and he does drop a dreadnought, so I drop my venerable dreadnought and I end up taking it out with all my other units behind, because yeah, he does not have enough there. He takes out my assault marines, which is fine, or 1 squad I think, which is fine, I take out his shield generator. It's a fair trade. This is my first misplay, so I should not have attacked into this just now, because I end up losing pretty much everything right there except for the dreadnought. So I do take the turret out, which is fine with me, but I should not have attacked into that so early, because I end up losing almost everything. And because of that, he now has a much bigger army than I do, and he's able to basically take this point back. I do turn those ceasefire devastators off and they end up attacking, but because I'm so focused on this dreadnought here, they're not attacking the right units and they end up dying. So yeah, I basically lost everything at that bit and I need to head out. He does take his point back, and I also, for whatever reason, I don't pick up that Diomedes is there until then, and I bring him back. Another annoying thing is that because I put him on the arsenal there thinking that would heal him, for some reason, I don't know why, but the arsenal doesn't heal him. So he ends up just sitting there for a decent chunk of this match, not being healed. And I'm like, ugh, when I realize it. So I send these guys out just to try and see what's happening there. And he does have all of his units in the middle there, so I don't do anything about that. This is where my second misplay is coming up. So I'm going to speed it up again. I am just sort of sitting around waiting for units to be built. This is where I stuff it up massively. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to attack his other turret. What I should have done is, when I opened that little pathway up just before that my attack marines went through, I should have moved them through that and gone down to the bottom. That's what I should have done. But instead, I end up going up and attacking this turret, and I lose everything. So yeah, this was my massive misplay and almost cost me the match. I'm going to go through I'm going to do normal speed. So the dreadnought's in there attacking the turret, and he does end up bringing his units back in a second. I've got all of my units there. I think that if I can attack that building there, then that'll be able to waste some of his resources and he will have to rebuild it. What I didn't do right, obviously, is going to the shield generator, but I should have focused down his dreadnought first. So yeah, I end up losing everything here because he also brings his army in and I cannot get back out. So, big, massive misplay by me here. Speeding back up because, yeah, everything is dead, pretty much. And down goes... Oh no, I do take his... No, he takes my... No. Yeah, he takes my kill team out there. So yeah, my massive misplay, I will accept that fate. And he is pretty much ready to come back in and bully the crap out of me. I finally realized Diomedes wasn't healing, so I just send him there. I'm going to speed up again. So this is where I get cheeky, because I know I'm on the back burner here, so I'm like, okay, so I need to do something cheeky here to cap me this win. So I put the whirlwind over there to try and damage the rest of his army, which they end up coming in here and taking out my machine cult, which is fine because I wasn't really using it anyway. So he ends up taking back that point. This is where I get sneaky. This is what I should have done the first time. So I send my assault marines down back to his little, his broken shield generator and turret. I also have the kill team and the venerable dreadnought ready to go to drop on top of it, and I'm also taking up to tier 3 just in time to get the orbital bombardment there as well. I have 2 squads down here. I think he can see them, but he doesn't end up doing anything about it because he's attacking into my shields. So here I am, I've dropped my orbital bombardment on the Predator tank there, and I'm able to attack into his power core here. So I drop a few units in, and he is able to... Oh no, he doesn't end up attacking me there, but he does end up putting a lot of units back into his base. So I'm not really sure what he did there. I think there was a mass recall or something. I have to look into what that actually is, because that's the thing right there. It teleports them all back to the base, but I've never really bothered about using it, so maybe I'll have to use that in the future. But anyway, I'm attacking into his base. Another mistake he made here because I took my units back. He thinks at this point that I've now gone and lost all of my units there. So he's sent all of his units here back over to me. Don't know why he did that, but it allows me to catch this to catch a win here. So I end up dropping these guys in here. He drops Solaria at the last second there, and I'm like, alright, I see how it is. He ends up focusing the Dreadnought, which is fine, because that means I'm able to take out his power core and win the match. I'll accept it. So yeah, massive misplay by me in the middle there, but I really don't think this guy knew what he was doing, in the fact that he pretty much put everything out way too early. Like all his buildings and all that, he had them out way too early, and he shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I don't know if you are watching this, mate, but bad mistake there. I would strongly not recommend that. I would recommend, yeah, exactly what I did here. So yeah, well, not exactly, obviously you're entitled to doing your own style, obviously, but yeah, it didn't end up winning you the match for obvious reasons. So yeah, I'll accept the win. It was an easy, well, not an easy win, but it was a fun win, and it was a sneaky win, and it was a little bit cheeky at the end there when I sent a couple of units down. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, because it all helps to continue growing this channel, and it is slowly getting there now that Dawn of War is out, and I'm actually really enjoying this content. A lot of you guys seem to be enjoying it as well, and I'm really liking that too. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will have a second video out. For me, it'll be later this day, but for you guys, it will probably be tomorrow, and it will be Space Marine versus Eldar. So keep an eye out for that one. I shall see you guys next time. Have a nice day. See you later.